So that come out, just do a little piece, just to try and reminisce about the last year, and just see if I can come up with a top 5 of my favourite videos that I've done in 2021. So we're in that little bit of a week between Christmas and New Year at the moment. I think it's the 28th today. No, it's the 27th. Yesterday was Boxing Day. So I've been working all Christmas, and don't know, when you work night shifts, I think you get a little bit, excuse me, my arm pulled off. I think you just lose a little bit of time on what actual date is. So I hope you've all had a nice Christmas. You know, it's been a good Christmas when even your elasticated trouser bottoms are feeling overly tight. So I saw most of the people who I do follow and interact with on YouTube are doing a top 10 of their favourite things they've done in the last year. I couldn't be bothered to go to that length, so I thought I'd do a top 5 instead. But it was hard. I really couldn't pick a 5. So I'll give it a go and see if you agree. If you disagree, or you've got any more favourites that I've missed out, just drop me a comment and let me know. No. So I sat down, looked at all the videos I've done in the last year, and put them in an order of what I thought was most enjoyable videos to make. All the top ones seem to be the Chesterfield Canal ones, all the disused ones. So I'm going to give them a special honorary mention. I suppose a bonus number 6. So Brindley Loops, Lady Lee Arm, Norbury Cutting, and then looking at all those disused sections around Killermarsh and Staveley and Rainishaw, all those areas. It was really hard to pick a favourite, to be honest. I'd probably have to say the Lady Lee Arm. Thought that was absolutely fascinating, and I think what it made it even more fascinating is that there was not a lot of information available about that. A lot of what I was finding that day was completely new to me. So I was out on my explore of the Chesterfield Canal last week, and I came across this bridge. Now, it just seems like a normal bridge. You'd probably walk over it on your canal towpath walk, but it intrigued me because it doesn't go anywhere. Right, so I'm stood inside the canal cutting now. So if I just stretch over here, it's very, very boggy. There we go. If you can make that out, it's a bit dark. So there's the walls. There's the walls for the cutting. An old tyre. So again, apologies for the light. There's quite a bit of tree covering. I don't want to. There's a steep step somewhere below this ivy. But there we go. We can get a little bit better look at that wall that I've just been stood on at the other side. So I'm guessing this is where they'd load the canal boats with all the stone from the quarry, and this would be the terminus of that 3/4 of a mile long little Lady Lee arm of the Chesterfield Canal. There we go. That's the end. That's the end of the wharf. So in at number 5, going right back to January of this year, and it was my explore of the Moss Valley. So this was mainly looking just a walk around Eckington Woods. So it was mainly looking at the old war bunker, and also just you can't go there without having a scout round the Selden Scene House. I've never seen it, and I'm not exactly sure whereabouts it is, but I do believe there's an old World War II bunker hidden in these woods. And I did go back there and did a few more videos there, so I went back and looked at the Penny engine railway as well at a later date. So in at number 4, Fiery Jack Tunnel in Sheffield. It is in quite a run-down area of Sheffield, unfortunately. As you can see, a little cat there, stray cat. Assuming it's stray, it's very, very dirty. Yeah, but as you can see, it's not a pleasant entrance. This is the first time I've been here, so I'm finding it as I'm finding it with you now. This is quite disgusting, really. I'm already seeing discarded syringes, so it's really not pleasant at all. But there we go, here we are. Not the usual format of explores I do. I think it was very interesting, probably the grimmest one I've done to date. Really not a nice place, if I'm being honest. Looking back, probably wouldn't go there again on my own. If you do come up here, just be very, very careful. So in at number 3, we're in the Peak District, Bowl Hill Quarry at Grindleford. So this was the first instalment of my journey from the quarry to the Derwent and Howden Dams. So we're at the top of the incline almost now. Spent hours that day just looking around the old quarry workings. There's so many little nooks and crannies down there. And again, it's got a really eerie feel to it down there, and it's amazing to think how many times I've been to Grindleford and I've never been anywhere near the Bowl Hill Quarry. So that has changed my future visits to Grindleford, that's for sure. Hey! In at number 2, the railways around Rother Valley. So I'm talking here around the areas around Bayton Junction and onwards to Kilmarsh down there. And I've just come across this that I've not seen before. Look at that. Some kind of old wheel or pulley. That's got to be from a signalling system. And that tree's grown right around there. It was where I was living at the time, so it was great just to be able to go and show you around that area. So we're at the site of the old Kilmarsh Junction signal box. So that's the track bed down to the steel girder bridge that we've just walked down, and this is where it kind of rejoins the main path. But what branched off to the right was an old branch line to Waleswood Colliery, so that swung right over the top of what is now Rother Valley Country Park. And what we've got here is the remains of Kilmarsh Junction signal box. And here's another signal in the undergrowth as well. So I'm just going to scramble up this embankment and jump onto the track bed for that. I'm sick of saying it now, the Lancashire, Derbyshire and East Coast Railway. Such a mouthful, the names of the lines in those days. names of the companies. So we're just coming up now to what I think is the most impressive structure in this kind of area that we've been looking at today, and this is the old viaduct and steel girder bridge. Now this crosses the branch line that we saw earlier that left at Kilmarsh Junction. So this crosses another one of those branch lines that goes right across the Rother Valley Country Park. So what's number one? I'm sure you've all been on the edge of your seats for the last 10 minutes or so. So number one, my favourite explores, because this is a series that I've done this year, was the Mantle Trail, which ironically is probably some of the least watched of my Disused Railway Explore videos. Hello, greetings. So we're back on the Mantle Trail today. So just before we get to the Monsell Dale station, we've got this old it's plate layers hut. I mean, for a disused railway explorer, it's got everything. It's got tunnels, viaducts, bridges, history, scenery, accessibility. Did I mention tunnels? Filming with the camera now, so really eerie. Just me on my own in the tunnel. It's lovely and cool, and it's such a gold mine for things left along the route. So you've got everything. You've got little huts, plate layers huts, old stations as well. So much stuff. And we've also got a 4-arch viaduct as well on the new bridge. Forgive the wheezing and the panting. Bit of a climb up there. Here we are on top. This is the East Buxton Lime Works. Look at that, there's an old wagon. So let's have a look over the top. Those cuttings are just absolutely stunning. We're just coming up to our final tunnel on the line now. So this is Russia Cutting Tunnel. Absolutely fantastic feat of engineering, the Mantle Trail. It's an absolutely spectacular place, and you can see why it's as popular with tourists as it is. So it'll make a fantastic railway as well if they ever do open it up again. So there we go, that's my top 5. So as always, just I know I keep saying it, thanks again for all your support, everyone who's watched the videos and subscribed, everyone who I've met. It's been absolutely brilliant. And here's to 2022. So the only thing left to say now is Happy New Year. Take care, and I'll see you soon.